There are things that we experience simply because you're coming down to the earth plane. And so unexpected things happen. You're coming to earth where not everything can be accounted for, and the other beings on this planet have free will as well. You can't take all of those factors into account when you're drawing up your soul contracts. That simply is not how that works. I do see it as some kind of, it's almost like a flow chart. If this, then this kind of thing. Well, if this person executes this in this way, then we'll contract for this potential outcome. But that's my point, is it's like potential outcomes, because not everything cannot be contracted for, and also not everybody has the same level of free will. I know that that's controversial, but that's what I have seen. We all have different capacities for free will. Like, I'm a brunette, okay? I'm not going to wake up tomorrow and have blonde hair, no matter what happens. And it's not because that's something I've contracted for. That's just what's happening. That's just what it is. So people have different levels of the amount of free will they can exert. What happens instead is they're calling it the default mode network, which I kind of see as just impulse. It's the lizard brain. There's not a thought process. There's no choices. There's a script. If this, then this, then this, then this. One line of a flow chart. So there isn't if this, then this. We are just going straight down. They're calling it the default mode network. People that don't have a lot of capacity for free will, that's where they live their life, is just running these scripts. They're calling it codes. They're calling it universal codes. That's interesting. You can contract for something with somebody and it not come to fruition because they don't hold up their end of the bargain. And mind you, this can be a positive thing. I'm saying positive and negative. I guess I mean it in the human terms. We would see it as positive or negative. An example I could come up with is if you have a contract with somebody, that this would be a karmic relationship, not a soulmate relationship. And I could do an episode on that and the differences there as well. Karmic connection and a soul contract with this person, that they were you guys would be dating. You'd be in a monogamous, intimate relationship, say between the ages of 2026 and 2028 or something. And then within that time, let's say that they had been unfaithful to you, and then you had a contract. They always knew on a soul level they were always going to be unfaithful to you, but then you had a contract that they would tell you. The contract was that they would tell you about the thing, and then the idea is like, okay, if they tell you then this, if this in that situation, I'm just making this up, could be they tell you, shatters some aspect of your ego and sends you down this rabbit hole of self-exploration, and before you know it, you're on a solo safari journey in South Africa or something. I don't know why that's just what the story I just made up, but that's just what I made up. If there's someone in 2028 listening to this that's what's happened, that'd be crazy. Okay, anyways, so say that's the contract. Is they are unfaithful to you. And the contract is not that they'll be unfaithful, but the contract is that they will tell you that they've been unfaithful, and then that will act as a catalyst for your personal and soul development and conscious growth. So that's the contract. Now, people have free will. So this person, let's say they could not tell you. They could be unfaithful to you and then not tell you. And that is them not upholding their end of the contract. Now, no matter what, your soul is going to have a backup plan. Well, they're not doing the thing, but I still need to have a catalyst to get the show rolling here. You're going to go down the other side of the flowchart. Like maybe instead in that instance, find out that your best friend has been, I have no idea, been stealing money from you for the last 7 years. I don't know, something. You find out some other level of betrayal, and then that sends you on your journey. Do you see what I mean? It's possible that you don't get the catalyst. The thing doesn't happen. The person exerts free will. They do not do the thing that they contracted for. And I think there's likely instances where you don't get to have the catalyst that you contracted for. Now that person on the other side, when you're sitting there doing your contract review together, that's gonna that's going to come up in the freaking discussion. And I recognize on an ego level, oh God, thank God they didn't tell me. I mean, maybe that'd be your reaction. But on a soul level, you're going to be like, dude, what the hell? What the hell? You robbed me. Now I gotta go back down and do it all over again because you robbed me of this freaking experience I could have had that was gonna help my soul develop in its consciousness. Just using all this as an example. We all have free will, and so not everything that we contract for will happen. And it's literally viewed as a missed opportunity, even in the instances, as I just noted, that seems like they would be, quote, negative to the ego. It's a missed opportunity regardless, because the soul just views the soul is detached from our pain down here. So it's just an opportunity for growth, regardless of our perception of it, essentially. So then the opposite can also be true, where people can do things that they were not contracted for. I'm going to use this example because it's perfect. Jab, that's my bio mom, for those of you that don't know, that I've gone no contact with as of January of 2026. She and I, it's not just a contract, she had unalived me in so many past and co-occurring lives. I didn't know that this was possible, but there's basically, it's not a soul contract, but it's like a violation. You can't keep doing this. You have unalived this person so many times, you can't keep doing this. So she signed it, but when she did, I can literally see her doing this. She had her fingers crossed. And at that exact moment, some guides, spirits on the other side that saw that happen, I have to step in here. So that was when they essentially approached me, and I had a contract with them for them to protect me in this lifetime, because she had signed that violation before our last lifetime, and she 100% caused my death in that last lifetime because she had free will. Now, which is really problematic, because I don't even think I was supposed to come back for this one, by the way. I only had to come back because I didn't get to finish out what I was supposed to do in the last one. God. Anyways, so, but there are serious repercussions for her for doing that. I don't need to plot or seek out revenge on her or something, because there's some that she is experiencing right now in the 3D that is because of the violation she violated. So, yeah, so that's a way in which, yeah, I did not contract for that death, but she did it anyways. There's a lot of shit in this lifetime. The only reason she did not get away with unaliving me in this lifetime is because of the highly specific guides that I have on my team. Literally. I want to make that very clear. The only reason I'm alive right now is because of the guides I have on my team. There are timelines in which I did not survive, and those have, I don't know why, but those have been coming through in flashbacks to me recently. It's pretty uncomfortable because it feels like deja vu, except that I know it didn't happen because I'm not alive. I'm sitting, it's literally hopping timelines while being alive, but I'm hopping a timeline where I'm not alive anymore. Yeah, it's such a freaking trip. So yeah, people can definitely do things. I use the term people loosely, okay? But entities, beings that incarnate on Earth, everybody has free will and or a lack of impulse control. I think in the case of Jab, to be honest, I don't know how much of that is free will. I think most of it is just that script that I was talking about. Yeah, it's a lack of impulse control. Yeah, so people can not do the things that they were contracted to do, and people can do things that they were contracted to do. And I just want to make it very clear that not everything that happens to you is something you've contracted for.